currently we're assisting one of our members with a diagnosis on a 2016 model Iveco Daily. I always advise to do a compression test through the injectors, but to get a bit of a guide on if it's worth going down that track, you can do a relative compression test. You can use a scope. You can actually buy relative compression test tools. Now, most scan tools also have the functionality to carry out a compression test. So I asked him, does the scan tool they're using have one? He said no, and he's asked, does the Jaltest have one? I said yes, I'm quite confident the Jaltest does have that option. Now, they've used the Jaltest. They've borrowed one from an associate repairer, and they did enjoy it, but unfortunately didn't meet their budget for this year, so they opted for the cheaper scan tool. And always say, you get what you pay for. So I want to run through and show you where you can actually access this on the Iveco. So first of all, I'm going to scroll down to the model. Now I'm just going to note to you here is what does SGW stand for. That is the Secure Gateway. This is one of the advantages, one of the many advantages of the Jaltest, is that it offers a secure gateway for your later model Iveco vehicles. Pretty certain that the SGW was introduced around about 2019. Now, to get around this, you've either got to go to the Iveco dealer or you've got to buy a Jaltest, because Jaltest, we're aware of, is the only tool that's been authorised outside the Iveco network to enable this capability of accessing any vehicle data. Now, fortunately, this vehicle we're working on today is it's a 2016 model. Now, we're going to click on this one here. And first of all, I'm going to go straight up into special function shortcuts. So we just want to do this compression test. So if you have a look here, special function shortcuts, we've got bleeding the brake system. We've got calibration of the steering angle sensor, suspension height sensors, checking of the AdBlue or the depth dosing, cylinder compression test, and that's what we're going for today. But also I'll run through a couple of the other things. Cylinder cutout test, which is also a good one you should do when you're doing the cylinder compression test. We've also got injector codes modification, particulate filter replacement, replacement of catalytic converter, replacement of differential pressure sensor, and we've also got an ADAS test and report. There's not a lot of scan tools will have that capability, particularly on an Iveco, a European vehicle. So we're going to do a cylinder compression test. Okay, so we connect into the vehicle. Okay, so we've got cylinder 1, deviation 0%. Now note here, number 2, we've actually got 30% deviation. That's quite significant. Now, it doesn't give you a compression reading, of course, that's what your compression test tool does. But this gives us an idea that we've definitely got a cylinder out of range. Okay, so number 3, we've also got a cylinder out of range, and there's slightly a bit of discrepancy, 3% on number 4. I would deem that okay. So number 4 cylinder has shown roughly 3% deviation. It's okay, but we know for sure that any compression that's got a large deviation of more than 20% difference is considered a problem. Of course, we'll confirm that on the final compression test. So there you go. There's a bit of an overview of how we carry out the compression test on the Iveco Daily 2016.